Hi everybody, Professor Snart here. One of the things that I'm going to invite you to do, or provide the option for you to do for the final reflection, is instead of writing the personal essay that's described here, I'd be interested to have you do more like a kind of video reflection like I'm doing here, at least the video part, where maybe you've got a computer with a built-in webcam, or I just use one that I bought for $20 or something, or your phone. I mean, there's tons of ways to record yourself, but instead of writing out the essay that's assigned for the final reflection here, it might be interesting if you did more of a video thing. So obviously what I'm doing here is completely unscripted, which isn't really what you'd want to do. But by the same token, I don't expect that you would write the essay and then just read it into the camera, so it's not completely scripted either. What you might want to do is still following the guidelines for the assignment, where you write a personal essay, kind of thinking about, what did I learn in this class, following the 3 well-developed body paragraphs, or 3 kind of significant ideas, and then really focusing on specifics. So really you're still attending to all the guidelines here, but just make yourself, a few notes about what those major points would be, what specifics you'd want to address, kind of an outline as if you were going to write the essay, but then instead of writing it, just speaking a little more, loosely like I am here into the camera, but of course following your notes. So if you or stumble or say something silly, you don't have to stop and redo the whole thing. I don't want this to become a really cumbersome exercise. But by the same token, I don't want you to do what I'm doing, is basically just turn the webcam on and kind of ramble for a while and hope something coherent comes out of it at the other end. So somewhere in the middle there, you're fulfilling the assignment requirements, maybe making notes for yourself or whatever you want to do, having some documents open in front of you that you can refer to, so you have a sort of structure and some guidelines for yourself. And then you're just kind of talking to me about your ideas, your answer to the question for the final reflection here, the what did you learn in the class. So it's a little, I don't know, it's just something different. It's a little more personal, I guess, for a personal essay, almost like a video essay instead of something that you'd write. So if you're interested in that option for this assignment, I'd really encourage you to go ahead and do it. It's also, you'll see, set up as a discussion board here. So of course you'll be posting your video, or if you use YouTube, you can embed it right in the discussion board, or just give us a link to it, or whatever works. So we'll actually be able to see it. Other students will be able to see the video essay and reply to it. In fact, another thing that you could think about doing is, if trying to do an outline and then produce a video essay seems a little more complicated than it's worth, certainly maybe the response portion of this discussion board you could do as a video response. The nice thing about that is, well, A, it probably wouldn't be as long as your video essay, and B, that's a lot less formal in terms of having to organize content and have notes for yourself and make sure you cover all the stuff you want to cover. So if you did want to do something a little more on the video end of things, but you didn't want to do the whole essay that way, maybe something like a video reply to a student would be kind of cool. It's actually really nice to see people in the discussion boards that way, because we're so used to just sort of virtually seeing each other through the writing that we're doing. It's a really nice way to wrap things up here if we have a little more of that, face-to-face sort of communication. Anyway, if you want to go that route, I invite you to do so. If you have questions about it, either on the technical side or just you're not quite sure exactly how to go about it, by all means be in touch with me, and hopefully I can kind of walk you through that process. Anyway, hopefully we'll see some video essays and or responses up there for our final reflection.